Alright, you ready for chapter 2 of Old Mistah Buzzard? Which I could also say Old Mustache Buzzard, which I find hilarious. But Unc Billy Possum grows excited. Unc Billy Possum sat at the foot of the great hollow tree in which his home is. Unc Billy felt very fine that morning. He had had a good breakfast, and a good breakfast is one of the best things in the world to make one feel fine. Then Unc Billy's concerns were at an end, for Farmer Brown's boy no longer hunted with his dreadful gun through the green forest or on the green meadows. Then, too, old Granny Fox and Reddy Fox had moved away way off to the old pasture on the edge of the mountain, and so Unc Billy felt that his 8 little possums could play without danger. So he sat with his back to the great hollow tree, wondering if it wouldn't be perfectly safe for him to slip up to Farmer Brown's hen house in the dark of next night for some fresh eggs. He could hear old Mrs. Possum cleaning house and scolding the little possums who kept climbing on her back. As he listened, Unc Billy grinned and began to sing in a queer, cracked voice. My old woman am a plain old dame. Deed she am, deed she am. Quick with her broom and her tongue the same. Deed she am, deed she am. But she keeps my house all spick and span. She has good victuals for her old man. She spanks the children, but she loves them too. She sure am sharp, but she's good and true. Deed she am, deed she am. You all better stop lazing and hustle about for something for dinner, said old Mrs. Possum, sticking her sharp little face out of the doorway. Yes'm, yes'm, I was just aiming to do that very thing, replied Unc Billy meekly as he scrambled to his feet. Just then out tumbled his 8 children, making such a racket that Unc Billy clapped both hands over his ears. My goodness gracious sakes alive, he exclaimed. One pulled Unc Billy's tail, 2 scrambled up on his back. In 2 minutes, Unc Billy was down on the ground, rolling and tumbling in the maddest kind of a frolic with his 8 children. Right in the midst of it, Unc Billy sprang to his feet. His eyes were shining and his funny little ears were pricked up. Hush, you-alls, he commanded. How do you-alls think I can hear anything with you-alls making such a racket? He boxed the ears of one and shook another, and then, when all were still, he stood with his right hand behind his right ear, listening and listening. I certainly thought I heard the voice of an old friend from way down south. I certainly did, he muttered, and with another word he started off into the green forest, more excited than he had been since his family came up from old Virginia.